Member for bringing this debate. Like other honourable members, I was here last year on the first anniversary of the Hughes Report, and it's a stark reminder of how issues can drift. But for those who've suffered, the passing year hasn't just slipped by quietly, and yet we still hear the same language from ministers about a response coming in due course. Those words ring very hollow to the victims whose patience has long since run out. And ministers have previously said this is a complex issue requiring action across multiple departments, and I readily accept that, but that's precisely why Professor Hughes recommended the interim scheme and those payments in 2025, but 2025 came and went with no response and no payments. And Professor Hughes wrote that report, as she said, in order to drive action. She would not have done it otherwise. It's about how that compensation is paid and not whether it is paid. And it is frankly extraordinary that she felt she had to use statutory powers to go to number 10, to the Prime Minister, to try and drive progress on this issue. And in the debate last year, I spoke about my constituents, Colleen and Andy, and other families who've been blighted by this scandal. And when I met them, they talked about their son, Byron. And Colleen has epilepsy and was prescribed sodium valproate, but she was never warned that it could harm her unborn child. And Byron lives with autism, learning disabilities, communication difficulties, and epilepsy. And their experience is far too common. Families like them deserve decisive action from the government. And when I pressed the Health Secretary at Health Questions last month, he said we were right to hold the government's feet to the fire, and there was work across government and promised updates, but there haven't been any updates. He's previously spoken himself about the failure of the state to recognise and put right wrongs and its mistakes, yet 2 years on, we're still waiting for some action. So victims don't need any more words, they need action. And as Professor Hughes has said, the lack of a response feels very devastating to those families. And for the sake of those families who suffered, the government needs to act now. There's been plenty of time to learn from other compensation schemes, to secure funding from the Treasury for compensation, to set out even a timeline for redress. So can I ask the Minister, when will interim payments finally be made to those affected and give families the relief they urgently need? And at the very least, can the Minister commit that the government will make interim payments this year? Otherwise, that would be an utter disgrace.